Hi, my name is Pac Marble, also known as Pac, and I'm here to let those know that after weeks of thinking and conversations with head VRG officials, the VERGE eSports is going to be taking a lengthy pause on all competitive operations, leaving the Discord server to become a community-based server for those looking to stick around and hang out. In other words, the VERGE eSports is going to be on a temporary shutdown, and the VERGE community will be the new face of our Discord for the time being. But I'd like to give a brief history on how we got here. In 2016, me and a couple of guys from my high school were in a social group called LAN Club, a place where kids can go and play video games and hang out with their game systems and socialize. The team we had formed at the time was known as TSB, or Team Scumbag, which was a Smash Bros. Wii U team made up of 4 players: Pac, myself, Macklin, Elbow, and Caligula. We all played our best characters at the time, which was Villager, Kirby, Zero Suit Samus, and Little Mac. We did so well within the games we were playing that we ended up going 16-1 at one of the get-togethers. After those high school years passed, we ended up not continuing with anything competitive, not even Smash. Later on in 2020, myself and the others mentioned that they wanted to reboot the idea of TSB, hoping that it would become a nice team to chill with and build over the years to come. Going into it wasn't too bad, but we wanted to expand outward into different avenues that we loved. Sadly, we couldn't continue to run with the TSB name for obvious reasons. So we wanted to rebrand ourselves in a fresh way so that we can have the people represent us just as much as we want to represent them. Then on March 1st of 2021, our minds were set on the VERGE eSports. When we started up with the new name, the new logo, and the new objectives, it seemed effortless with what we were accomplishing. We had created a League of Legends amateur team, and we had 2 professional Pokken tournament players. Competing within LAS's Season 2, we had our team achieve Grand Tournament quarterfinals, which was a decent statement for us to make our name known within the LAS community for our first time around. Quickly after that, we had made another team after what I would call a successful tryout within the off-season. That team became what we know now as VRG Warriors, leaving our OG original squad to become the VERGE Gods, which was named after our previous friend group, and we just wanted to honor that for the years of us playing together. The VERGE eSports went on to compete until the most recent season, which was Season 5, having achieved 2 back-to-back Grand Tournament Finals appearances, falling short of victory, and multiple quarter and semi-final finishes along the way. All the members of these squads are one of a kind, each with their own personalities, takes on the games and styles that of which they play by. Despite having multiple fizzle-outs with different teams and players, I feel like we have powered through it very well and made most of what we had, and for that I am forever grateful. At the time this was happening, the VERGE eSports decided to sign Tech and your boy, or TEC and your boy, 2 highly talented Pokken tournament players that main Scizor and Mewtwo. Throughout the many tournaments that they entered into, we were becoming a light beacon of hope for the community as it started to die within the COVID-19 times, leaving most of the competitions and events to be online based. Both players placed greatly within tournaments, so great that we managed to achieve 3 titles with having them on the squad. Sadly, over the years, the VERGE eSports wasn't able to keep them as the prize pools for events weren't high enough, and the efforts to get those players to different events became a personal financial decision for myself. It was much more of a difficult job for VRG to keep them on the organization, so sadly we had to let them go in 2022. Regardless, I am forever grateful for those 2, and always hope that they are on their own paths to greatness. Even though we had the teams and players competing, I also love to highlight the fact that we had multiple community nights and get-togethers happen that offered different sort of ways everybody can engage with the organization, whether it was TFT Tuesdays, Mac and Pack podcast, or even the random game nights, or even the Top Golf nights too. Those were some of the most delightful times I've ever spent with everyone. Lastly, going into the closing statement of this video, I'd like to say thank you to each and every person that helped make this a dream come true. I want to thank the LAS community for being so welcoming to our teams since the beginning. I want to thank the Pokken tournament community for allowing me to help out in ways that we did with the events and the players. I want to thank the sponsors and providers that we gained in the process to make the esports scene more enjoyable, and to every single person here that has been a part of the VERGE and has worn the VRG tag, whether you were here since day 1 or day 1,000. I want to say you guys are my family. Growing up, for myself, friends and games were some of the most important things I've ever discovered in my life. And even now, the most of my closest friends have had VRG before their username at least once before, because they believed in the vision we all shared. You guys will never understand the true amount of appreciation I have for every single person that has entered the server and has entered my life. With that being said, the VERGE eSports will once again be going into a pause state, hoping one day that we can make our return to multiple scenes, including League of Legends and fighting games. I will always love that we all built this together, and I'm eternally grateful for everybody's shared vision for what we've accomplished. Your laughs, smiles, and engagement will be my biggest takeaway from this experience. I hope everybody is on their own special verge of success, and please remember, this isn't goodbye. This is see you later.